Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be riding the first passenger train out of the absolutely huge Belfast Grand Central station. Now when walking up to it, it doesn't look very grand, but don't be fooled because the public realm works here are still ongoing. Once in the station, you can see that it's absolutely massive. So as you can see, it is absolutely huge in here. This is a huge £340 million hub designed to better connect bus and rail services. So over there behind me you can see there's absolutely loads of bus stands, 26 of them I believe. And then through here is what we're excited about. This is what's opening today, the start of rail services, 8 new platforms, which is a lot. You know, if you think most of the station openings I go to is a cookie cutter 2-platform station, this is a major 8-platform city centre hub, which you really don't get very often. I don't think we'll see anything on this scale again until HS2 opens. So this is really very exciting. So the first train out of the station is going to be the 8:05 to Dublin. And if I'm hoping to ride it, which I am, then I've got to get ready because it leaves in about 10 minutes. So it's on the boards up there. I'm going to buy my ticket now. Now, when I was at these machines yesterday, these two were out of service because the rail service hadn't started yet, but it should be in service today, so buy ticket.
Choose from popular destinations or search for another destination.
Alright, so that's my ticket. Belfast to Lisburn. Alright, platform 5. Ticket acquired. I'm on my way now, and there's already a bit of a queue. There we go. All right. And now we're into the station itself. Oh, I can see the train pulling in, literally right now. All right, so that's it. First train has arrived. Now, I guess we're going to wait to be let on. But it looks very impressive. Big old station. I'll explore it properly later, but so far I'm impressed. I've moved away from them because I don't want to get picked up by their mic too much, but as expected, there's like actual media here as well as just, you know, me. Not sure who they're with. I might ask in a bit, but yeah, proper TV media here. So, you know, this is a big event. Big event. Oh, here we go. Passengers are being let through, as we can see now. Thank you very much. Look at that. Thank you very much. Well, here we are now, through onto the platforms itself. Train is there. That was a weird 360 spin. It's there. It's a bit noisy. I'm going to walk down, find a seat on board. There should be loads. It's a long train. Grand Central! Alright, we'll get on here. Okay, so I'm on the train now with a few other people, and we should be leaving in a minute or two, hopefully. There you go, we're off. So let's talk about what's going on with Belfast Grand Central, because it's not an entirely new station. In fact, it's replacing a much older station called Great Victoria Street, which dates back to 1839, as well as the previous Europa Bus Centre. The opening means that it'll become Belfast's main station, with all Northern Ireland Railway's local services running it in and out of the station, and the Enterprise trains to Dublin moved across from their previous terminus at Lanyon Place, giving a service map that looks something like this. I'm on an Enterprise train running non-stop to Lisburn, where I will wait for about half an hour for a local train to take me back into the city, being the first train to arrive at the station at 9:50. Okay, so we are well and truly on the way now, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to have a look at this little souvenir they gave me when entering the platform. So let's take a look at it. So there you go. First day of rail services from Belfast Grand Central Station, 13th of October, and there is a picture of an Enterprise train in the station, which is, I imagine, how we would have looked this morning. And then this side, this special ticket is one of 2,000 produced to mark the first day of rail services from Belfast Grand Central Station, and you can see in the top right, I am number 0982. So this is clearly the 982nd of the 2,000. So yeah, special commemorative ticket, very nice. Makes me, you know, good souvenir. Makes me feel like a part of history. That was the first ever train to leave Belfast Grand Central Station. Now we're going to wait around for a bit and hop on the first ever train into Belfast Grand Central Station. The thing I'm finding interesting is that I suppose this is my first chance I've got to get a proper look at the tracks, where you can see that they're slightly wider than the British tracks I'm used to. It's probably not enough that the average person would notice, but you just get the feeling that something's very slightly off, and it's because the tracks here are a few inches wider than they are in Britain.
Belfast Grand Central, Croydon, Ilford, Lambeg, Derrietti, Balmurray, Finnissy, Belmont, Nashville, Belfast Grand Central.
And so with that, we've been on both the first train out and the first train in to Belfast Grand Central. And on the concourse, the official opening ceremony is taking place, with Infrastructure Minister John O'Dowd undertaking the ceremonial ribbon cutting, along with the rest of the team who've helped deliver the station. They're taking pictures and doing ribbon cuttings and going through all the pomp and ceremony. It's a big day, it's an exciting day, and there's loads of people here to celebrate the opening. It's very exciting.
Today is a really momentous day. We're seeing the opening of the new railway station as part of the Belfast Grand Central development. The first thing you'll notice, it's an integrated bus and rail interchange, and really it represents a gateway into Belfast and Northern Ireland for public transport. It's a £340 million development made with integration of not only public transport services but also active travel.
My other question is that recently we've had the publication of the All Ireland Rail Review, sort of setting out a long-term vision for railways on the island of Ireland, and obviously this plays a big role in that. So what do you think the future holds for this station or for the railways more generally?
Belfast Grand Central Station in effect future-proofs the future of the rail network, not only in Northern Ireland but on the island of Ireland as a whole. So the first thing you'll notice, we have doubled the number of platforms in the centre of Belfast, which immediately improves our capacity, enabling us to run more services in the coming years. But also it future-proofs the future network on the island of Ireland. It directly dovetails in with the All-Ireland Strategic Rail Review, which is very much focused on the development of rail travel in Ireland.
Alright, so I am at the end of platforms 7 and 8 of the station. I'm going to be walking down in a sec just to see what the facilities are like. The first few things I'm noticing are, first of all, there's this bridge over the approach tracks. That's new. That's so that buses can get in and out of the bus station, part of the station, the interchange, I guess. So they go over that and then round over there into where the actual bus terminal is. Second thing I'm noticing is that these two pairs of platforms, 7 and 8, and I guess 5 and 6, are longer than those platforms over there. Oh, we've got a departing train as well, that's nice. They're longer platforms because these platforms take the Enterprise train, whereas those platforms, which you can see the train pulling out of now, is just for local commuter trains. So moving down the platforms itself, there we go, we've got departure boards, obviously the station name board, which is very nice. Got whatever that is, off indicators, benches, leaning benches, I guess, more benches, and then recycling bins. And there's a wheelchair ramp as well. And a help point, which I'm not going to use, but I assume it works. So these canopies above us seem to run pretty much the full length of the platforms, apart from like a couple of meters at the end. But here's what I find interesting. You can see that these canopies keep going even underneath the main station roof. So once we get in towards the main station building with the big round roof, the canopies keep going underneath it, which I think is quite an interesting architectural choice. I like it. Like the canopies beneath the canopy. Seems a bit redundant, but like I say, I like it. And then those are your platforms there. So at the ends of the platforms, you've of course got your buffers, and then this large concourse where there's a lot of people in high vis, as I'm sure you'd expect, because it's a big station opening. So come along here, there's a few seats. Good view of all the platforms, as I say, clearly numbered, departure screens above each one. Equally, there's a departure board there as well, which is nice. Coming along here, there's a Starbucks there, closed at the moment, but I imagine that'll be opening soon. Train there. And then up here, bus departures, because obviously it's a combined interchange, this station. So, welcome to Belfast Grand Central Station. This is the gate line, which takes you through into the bus part of the station. So leaving the station part of the station behind, we head through into the bus part of the station, which has been open now for just over a month already, which is almost the main event more so than the station. There's 26, I believe, bus bays here. Pretty big, let's have a look around. So coming through here, there's an unopened M&S there. Shame it's unopened, as I'd like a sandwich, but oh well. Head through here. Ticket machines there, where I bought my ticket from this morning. Info desk here, which is good to see. And then all the bus stands, all the way along the edge. A lot of bus stands. And you can see that the bus stands also have seating and little, what are they called? The things where people walk back and forth, the rope queue thingies. So from the bus departures areas there, you can see there's escalators and stairs there at the moment. It's all closed at the moment, but you can see there is also this upper level, which is going to be extra waiting areas. It's going to have a bar. It's going to have more stuff, and it looks possibly like those are windows that will allow you to look over onto the tracks, which will be pretty cool when that does open. Otherwise, continuing this way, as I say, you've got all the screens here, and They all have the departure information above them. Likewise, you can see here, there's the screens telling you about the stands immediately nearest to you. So this one's telling you about 11 to 14 because, you know, we've got 11 to 14 over here. So yeah, there's the shops there that we were looking at earlier. Lift up to the upper level, which is still closed off at the moment. I think that's where all the important people have gone. More seating. Toilets there. It's good to see that the toilets are included here, but my initial gut reaction is that it's not going to be enough, simply because I was here yesterday just to have a look around, and I saw that there was a queue for the ladies' toilets, as there all too often is for these things, and that was even before rail services had started. So now rail services have started, that demand's only going to increase. Maybe some room for improvement there. Next to the toilets, water refill station. That's very good to see. Far too few places have that. And then just beyond that, we've got customer support. And then there's just enough time to look at this display dedicated to the team who helped build the station before doing the outro and giving my closing thoughts. Alright, so I'm not going to spend too much longer looking around the station. I think I've filmed basically enough to give you an idea of what it's like here. But suffice to say, it's very big, it's very grand, it's very central. It's going to make a big difference. I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. There's about to be things that appear on your screen that you can press, such as a subscribe button, such as other videos. You can press those if you feel so inclined, but if you don't feel so inclined, then I'm going to thank you for watching anyway, and I'm going to wish you a pleasant day. Yeah, see you next time, hopefully. Click it. There's things you can... I put a lot of effort into that video. Okay, goodbye.